Wolf Division. Kharkiv. June 26. Rushnyk. Hello. This is our daily walk. These red dogs are corgis. The dog without a tail is called Solomon. The dog with the tail is called Moses. My wife's name is Irina. My name is Mikhailo. And we were honored to be the guardians of these dogs. In addition to Solomon and Moses, we take care of another 2,000 dogs. But today we want to tell you not about our charitable organization. Today we want to tell about our city. Kharkiv is the second largest city in Ukraine. Kharkiv is located 30 kilometers from the border with Russia. From the first day of the war until today, our city has been under enemy shelling. This is the building of the University of Agriculture. Russian aggressors completely destroyed a wing of this historic building. This is the city center. We live 20 minutes walk from these places. This is a square opposite the Agricultural University. Before the war, the square was decorated with a fountain. At the end of the central alley is the courthouse. It also suffered from enemy shelling. But the most terrible, total destruction, the Russians inflicted on residential buildings that stand next to the square. Peaceful people lived in these houses. My compatriots. Families where there were very young children and the elderly. People who didn't want to harm anyone. Who lived a peaceful life until February 24, made plans that did not contain the word war. The explosion was so strong that the blast wave damaged windows in all buildings within a radius of 300 meters. These people who brought death to my land cannot be called soldiers and officers. They are killers. Killer of children and old people. Inhumans and monsters cursed by millions. You are no better than your dictator, who has lost his mind and the remnants of humanity. There will be no peace for you either during your life or after your death. On the night of March 5 to 6, a Russian rocket claimed the lives of civilians, turning a residential building into ruins and a mass grave. Among the destruction, sprinkled with broken bricks and fragments of dishes, we saw the Ukrainian Rushnyk. Ukrainian embroidered Rushnyk is a sacred relic of our people. Our grandmothers and great-grandmothers have been embroidering Ukrainian towels since ancient times. This process was crowned with a special mystery, because our ancestors never sat down to embroider when they were sick or in a bad mood. They gave the thread all their love, positive emotions, bright thoughts, charging the fabric to serve people well. Often, embroidered towels were called a family amulet. They were hung above icons. It was an integral attribute at various holidays and public celebrations. It was used to greet relatives and guests. Rushnyk lay at the site of the tragedy for almost a year and a half. We, chained by the realization of the tragedy, left this place of mourning, leaving it in ruins. And having already moved 150 meters away, Irina suddenly stopped and said, "We cannot leave the Rushnyk there. This is part of our people. This is our identity and respect for traditions, the memory of those who are no longer with us. He doesn't belong there." I agreed with her. We are Ukrainians. We perceive every tragedy, every death of our compatriots as our own. Each of us prays for the lives of our sons and daughters who are now at the front. We mourn with tears in our eyes for those who died defending our homeland, or from a deadly rocket while in their home. We are taught from an early age by our parents that there is no such thing as someone else's grief. That each of us is part of something big, part of the Ukrainian people. We, speaking different languages, different nationalities, belonging to different religious denominations, are united like a monolith. We have something that the Russians will never have. Something that no one can ever take away from us. This is our will to freedom. This is our love for our motherland, Ukraine. It is a pride to call yourself a Ukrainian. Our people defend their freedom with the blood of the best of us. Shoulder to shoulder at the front and in the rear. Tatar, Jew, Russian, Armenian, Georgian, Ukrainian, we fight for the right to proudly say, I am a citizen of a free Ukraine. So it was, so it is, and so it will be. Rushnyk we took away and carried home. This is our memory. This is our shrine. This is the future of our children. Slava Ukraini! Героям слава!